Hey everyone, my name is Cody Salisbury, and I have the privilege of calling the Hauraki Gulf my home. I'm here on Waiheke Island, a part of the Hauraki Gulf, and there's a pressing environmental issue that is affecting our oceans. Overfishing and the degradation of ocean biodiversity in New Zealand, as well as the Hauraki Gulf, particularly from commercial fishing, are causing critical loss and in the marine population. This is a call to action, showing ways as a community and through science how we can minimize the destruction and ecological collapse of our ecosystem and how to regain back what was lost through preservation of our marine species. The Hauraki Gulf spans over 14,000 square kilometers and is home to ecologically rich marine species such as orcas, dolphins, seabirds, and commercially desirable species like snapper and scallops. The Gulf is made up of a multitude of different islands of various sizes, including large inhabited islands such as Waiheke Island and the Great Barrier Island, as well as islands that are small in size such as Rotorua Island, Pakatoa, and Titirimatangi. Overfishing in these areas is a leading contribution reason for a collapse of sea life, leading to a 57% decline in fish stocks, as per the World Wild Fund for Nature. New laws have come into effect as of mid-October 2025, leading to a 6 to 18% of the Gulf now being protected by extension of marine reserves and creation of high protected areas. But it's not enough, and it's not what it seems, as the commercial ring net fishing is still allowed in certain caved out areas. Increase of marine protected areas will have to occur. We cannot have 100% of the Gulf marine protected. However, it is important to increase the protection by at least 30, if not 40% in the coming years. Surveys will need to be done to cover areas that are considered having the most biodegradation, as well as areas that are hotspots for certain fish and mammal species like orcas and dolphins. These marine reserves mean that fishing both commercially and recreationally cannot occur, allowing for marine species to recover and repopulate. Smaller islands, such as Rotorua and Pakatoa Island, could have its waters completely made marine reserves, allowing for islands such as Rotorua to have increased commercial viability due to it being open to the public. This will be done because there's not many people living on those islands. Other things that can occur to help is to ban destructive fishing practices, such as bottom trawling and ring net, which must be restricted in all sensitive areas and potentially the entire Gulf itself in the case of trawling. Now, for these habitats that will be made marine reserves, it'd be important to replant seagrass and managing sedimentation to revive ecosystems, as well as including filter feeders to help clean the water. Community collaboration will also be required. Community collaborations along with Tanata Whenua, fisheries and conservationists, as well as the local community outreach, as well as multiple programs, as well as schools, so we can reach as many people as we can, and so we can understand the issues at hand. Working with these institutions, and as well as the council, we can speak about the importance of our oceans, what's happened to the oceans, what it used to be like, and the negative effects that are occurring, so that we can speak and show light against fishing companies that destroy the ocean floor. Another important part of collaboration is working with local iwi and gaining indigenous perspectives. They are affected by these changes in fishing numbers and potential addition of marine reserves, species and cultural rituals and connection, by involving local marae such as Ngāti Paora and Parae Hauraki, whom are directly affected, allowing for community involvement and ethically engaging in visions mātauranga, innovating with the potential of Māori knowledge, resources and people. For the future, consistent monitoring of marine reserves would have to be done in order to make sure companies and local fishermen are understanding and abiding by the rules. Looking into data for high fishing spots or other causes of disruptions, such as ferry routes, to find possible future locations for future marine reserves. This is a call to action. Hauraki Gulf is on the brink, but is not beyond saving. Through communication with the community and shedding light onto the damage caused, we can increase marine reserves in the Hauraki Gulf, restoring its voice and allowing it to breathe and sing, showing the public and the community why it is special to begin with. Ngā mihi nui, thank you.